Hi besties, wagwan, welcome back to How We Roast Cook. Well, it seems like no one in my house eats banana anymore. So when they get overripe, I keep having to blend them or make banana bread. So today I'm bringing you a new banana bread recipe. If you have missed out on the last banana bread that I made with the honey roasted peanut, that was absolutely delicious. So you have to go back and check that video out. So after measuring my flour, I'm adding some spices. I'm starting off with some nutmeg, some freshly grated nutmeg, and then we're gonna add some salt to taste, and I will be adding some cinnamon powder and also some baking powder. In the last banana bread recipe, you will notice that I used baking soda and baking powder, but today I'm using just baking powder. And as usual, all the measurement and ingredients will be listed in the comment section on Facebook, and on YouTube it will be listed in the description box. So now that all my dry ingredients is combined, I'm gonna go ahead and use my whisk to properly combine everything. Then we're gonna move on to mashing our bananas. You can use a banana masher or a fork, whichever one works fine for you, or you can use your whisk. And these are the perfect bananas to use. The riper, the better. When the bananas are ripe till the skin is really dark, it's better, especially for those who don't want to use any sugar in their pastry. You can use the well ripe bananas because they're more sweeter. So now I'm going to go ahead and mash the bananas until they're nice and smooth. I'm using a potato masher, but I will also use a fork to get it to the consistency that I want. Then I'm going to go ahead and flavor with some vanilla. And if you want to add a little tipsiness in there, you can add some white rum or dark rum. I'm adding some brown sugar. And as mentioned in the last one, we use honey roasted peanut. Today we're getting creative and we're using some coconut flakes. And we also will be using coconut milk as our liquid. For the fat, I'm using some vegetable oil, and I'm also going to be using some butter. Go ahead and use your favorite brand of butter. I'm using Kerrygold, and you can also make sure that it is room temperature so it's soft and easily mixed. Otherwise, go ahead and melt it in the microwave or on the stove. All right, so I'm whisking all of that to combine. Then I'm adding my coconut milk, and then we're gonna go ahead and sift in our dry ingredients. Before you start all this process, make sure that your oven is preheated, all right? And I already have my loaf pan greased and lined with my loaf liner. So I sift in some of the flour. Now I'm adding in the egg. I'm going to continue sifting in the flour and my remaining coconut milk until everything is fully combined. Now that everything is combined, you can see the texture. It's nice and smooth and it just falls off my spatula, and that's exactly what you want so that you can have a nice soft texture of banana bread. Once I pour in all my butter, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna melt some butter, mix out a little brown sugar in that, and then we're gonna add some coconut flakes. That's gonna be our topping for the banana bread. All right, so I'm gonna put all of that on the top. It's gonna have a nice golden color and it's gonna have a nice crunch. All right, so we're gonna have coconut flakes inside of the banana bread and on top, and that made it very nice. So to prevent my coconut from burning before the bread is baked, I'm just putting a small piece of parchment paper to layer over the coconut, not to actually cover the bread for it to steam. And I had a sweet potato pudding baking in the oven. If you watch my live stream on Facebook, you would have seen that. And this is it. It was so delicious. There's also sweet potato pudding on my YouTube, but this one doesn't have any cornmeal. All right, so at the last 10 minutes of baking, I remove the cover so that the top of my banana bread can get a nice color, and it is fully baked. As you can see, I'm just gonna put it on a grill pan so that it can cool down before I cut into it. All right. All right, so the cake has cooled down a little bit because we don't want to cut it when it's actually very hot. As you can see, it came out very easy still a bit warm. I hesitated to pour all the butter in there, but it actually could have taken all of the butter. I thought it would rise up too much. Looks perfect though. This is always my favorite part right here. Nice. Look at how soft it is. The top of this bread has a nice crunch to it from the coconut flakes, and the middle is nice and soft and chewy. It was just simply amazing. One of my daughter was there eating with me and I ate the whole bag because that's absolutely my favorite part, and she loved it. She keep asking me to bake one more of the coconut banana bread, but we do have to take a break every now and then, so maybe next month. Thank you all so much for spending your time to watch this video. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your love and support, and stay tuned and come back for the next one. All right.